Hello everybody, welcome back. Right, I've got a 2-row repeat pattern for you today, and this one's really sweet as well. It's got great texture, it's both sided. However, this side is a little bit different. They look like little squares. I just can't hold them up to the square camera properly. So 2 half double crochets are forming these little squares, and what we're doing is working into the foundation chain. So we're going to start the row 1 straight onto the foundation chain, and it's a 2-row repeat. So you will need a lightweight yarn number 3 and a 5mm crochet hook. You can try 4 if your lightweight yarn it seems a little bit still thinner, because you can get different brands and they will class them both as lightweight, but you clearly see a difference in the yarn. Then if it's a slightly thicker one, then go for 5mm, and if it's a slightly thinner one, then use a 4mm crochet hook. It's a great one for blankets and many projects. So you will need an even number of chains. So we'll do a sample together and we'll chain, let's have a look, 14, just a small sample. So go grab your materials, whichever ones you have, and then we'll work the sample together, and then you can multiply upwards. You will only need half double crochet and single crochet for this pattern. So if you are familiar with those, then we can begin. If not, I will show you. And if it's a little bit too fast, you can slow me down in the settings in YouTube under the playback options. Right, do your slip knot how you do yours. This is how I do mine. And chain 14. And 14. We are going to place a single crochet into the second chain. So you never count this one. That's 1, that's 2. Go into there, pull up the loop and pull through 2. That's your single crochet. What we're going to do now is chain 1 and skip 1. We'll go to the next one and do a single crochet. Chain 1, skip the next one, go to the one after and do a single crochet. A bit like when you start the moss stitch, the linen stitch. So go ahead and do that till the end of the row. Chain 1, skip 1 and single crochet. Chain 1, skip 1 and single crochet. When you get towards the end, you'll have 2 chains left. So chain 1, skip the next one and place your very last single crochet on the end of the chain. Okay, row number 2, chain 2. Flip your work over and you can now see the spaces that we created with the chain 1. We're going to be working into those, and each and every space will have 2 half double crochets. So to do the half double crochet, yarn over, go into the space, pull up the loop and pull through all 3. Yarn over, go in again, pull up the loop and pull through all 3. That's 2 half double crochets into that chain 1 space. We don't chain anything, go straight into the next space and 2 half double crochets. Let me just check, is there a space? No, there isn't. Yarn over, go into the next space and 2 half double crochets. Next space, right here. After the single crochet from the previous row, we've created a chain 1 space. That's where we're going. This is our last space here. 2 half double crochets into there, and we have our first single crochet from that row, first row. Go into there and do your very last half double crochet on its own. Chain 1, and from now on we're going to do our single crochets in all the spaces. Okay, so we're not going to work into the top one, so we had that last space that we've just done, go straight into the space. So go straight into the space between that last half double crochet and the 2 double crochet from the previous row, and do a single crochet, then chain 1, and we're going straight into the space between the clusters. Chain 1. So we're not working into any of the stitches at the top, we're going into the spaces. This sort of forms these little blocks, little squares. Chain 1 after every single crochet, and go into every space. I'm stretching the work so you can see properly. Chain 1. And when you get to here, you can either go into the space and do your last single crochet, or you can go on top of chain 2. I always prefer to do the chain 2. If you want to, you can just go into the space here. So to find your chain 2, this is not a chain, that's part of the, if you flip your work around here, you can see there's chain 1 and there's chain 2. We want that one there. But if it's tricky for you to find, let's just go into the space for this tutorial. So into your chain 2 space there that we did in the beginning. It will still work out pretty straight. Chain 2 and back to row 2. And row 2 is going into every chain 1 space to do your 2 half double crochets. So chain 2 and straight into the space and 2 half double crochets. Don't chain anything in between. And place your half double crochets into every chain 1 space to the end. That's my last space there. 2 half double crochets. Never forget your 1 on top of the single crochet from the previous row. Put your half double crochet into there. Back to row 1, which is chain 1. Go straight into the space, not on the stitch. Chain 1 and go between all the clusters, the 2 half double crochets. Chain 1 in between. When you get to here, go straight into between the 2 half double crochets and your chain 2 from the previous row. You can just pop it in there. If you want to be a bit more, like I said, go into chain 2, which would be gets a bit twisted because we're doing half double crochet immediately, so if that's why I'm giving you that option, but that is your chain at the top. It always seems to happen with a half double crochet because it just twists it for some reason. Okay, so chain 1, back to row 1. No, we've just done row 1. So chain 2, go into the chain 1 spaces now here and place your 2 half double crochets. 2 row repeats are really easy to do after you've placed the first single crochet chain one on the chain, you're just working into the spaces. You get to your last space, remember to put your half double crochet on top of that single crochet from the previous row. How sweet is this? It's nice this side and it's nice this side. Choose whichever side you want. There's the bigger piece. There we are. So that is that side. And that's this one. Okay guys, thank you for watching this one. I like it this way. It's just as nice this way, but yeah. Depends which way you want your half double crochet showing. But this is more flatter this way. Thank you guys, everybody. Thank you for watching. And please do subscribe, like and share. And give this one a go. Take care of yourselves and I'll see you very soon.